Hello, my name is Deontay Knowles, and tonight us here at ASS are glad to bring you something very near and dear to our hearts. This next story is a special homebrew tale from the wild world of Emerald Dream itself. Why yes, those zany erotic roleplayers have finally done their part to contribute to the community at long last. Names have been changed to protect the not-so-innocent, but all will be made clear in the coming days. In the interim, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Thank you, Deontay. I'm going to lead all of you charlatans, wenches, ne'er-do-wells through a fantastic journey that suddenly ends because they stop speaking in local chat. There is no title for this aberration, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it all the same because you're the sort of strange person that listens to this anyways. Let us begin. Jaina made a shushing sound to Garrosh. I didn't want to ruin it. As Sylvanas' hips bucked forward, her fingers slipped easily inside. They reached deeply, pressing against the walls of herself. Her fingers thrust slowly into her as she nips at her neck, holding Sylvanas close. Sylvanas nodded, whimpering a tinge louder while her body sought out the hand to grind against. Fuck her now, or I'm going to rip that dress off of you and fuck her, Garrosh grunted. Jaina chuckled quietly as she holds her close, her fingers not slipping out as it presses against her, until she calms down and the rush of pleasure fades. Sylvanas spoke softly. Thank you so much. Jaina slipped her fingers out of the Banshee Queen, licking them clean with a smirk. Don't thank me, dear. Garrosh hastily pushed his trousers. Jaina! On top! Jaina slipped her robe over her head, draping it over Sylvanas, as if a means to give her warmth. She placed herself atop Garrosh a moment later, pressing her chest to his. Garrosh's hands went to her shoulder and waist. Comfortable? Jaina looks to him with a soft expression in eyes. Very. Sylvanas smiled, holding the discarded dress against herself. Garrosh kissed Jaina deeply, the hand on her shoulder trailing down to her breast. Jaina's skin prickles and her heart is set aflutter. She let out a sharp breath as her hand fondles her breast. Jesus. Garrosh cupped it, flicking the nipple with his thumb and forefinger. Jaina quietly whimpered in delight, her breathing shallow and rushed. Garrosh flipped Jaina over, pressing himself against her thigh. Do you want this? I am not a patient orc. Jaina looked up at him without a notion of hesitation. I'm only impatient in cases like her. Her hand pressed against his chest, nails digging into his skin, but not enough to incite pain. Show me what makes you so proud. Garrosh forced himself into her, slowly exhaling. Jaina let out a gasp, her hands falling to the grass quickly as she whimpers out. Garrosh does the things boys do to girls when they... never mind. Garrosh thrusts slowly, deeply, taking his time. Jaina's legs wrap around his hips, tugging him into her deeply. Garrosh shuddered and groaned, giving one last final thrust before releasing inside her. Jaina whimpered out, her nails digging into the ground as she felt him release into her, sweet and hot. Garrosh fell over next to her, panting heavily. Jaina curled up next to him, kissing his cheek gently. She chuckles gently. Enjoy yourself at least? Garrosh grinned. Yes. Did you get off? Jaina shook her head. No, another time. She gave him a wink. Garrosh held up his fingers. They're all yours if you'd like. If not, well, I'll just sleep it off. Jaina kissed the tip of his nose before tugging Sylvanas to be on top of her, holding her close as Garrosh fell asleep. Sylvanas climbed on top of Jaina, smirking towards Garrosh, then looking back into her eyes. Jaina's thumb grazed over her lips slightly, and at that point it ended because someone got swatted or something. I hope you enjoyed this fetid piece of rancid garbage, and I hope that you will take peace in your mind of knowing that the people responsible for this trash will be punished in due time, and not in a way that they'll enjoy, because these fucking people. Anyways, try not to kill anyone. Good day.